Dana Cortez here from the Dana Cortez Show with Theo and Laura from The Politician. Welcome.
Hi.
Thank you.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about how this all started and what it's like working with Gwyneth? I have to ask that because as soon as I saw that, I was like, that's crazy. That's incredible. How did it all start?
Well, I mean, I originally was given an audition for this show, and I read the
Most
pilot.
people don't even know how that works. Most people
Yeah.
are just like, oh, you're just given this part.
No, I wish it was that easy. Gosh.
Yeah, it's really easy.
We just show up and they give us the job.
Yeah, I was reading a lot of pilots that season, and this is by far the most amazing pilot that I had read. And so I was really excited, and I felt like I immediately understood who this character was, and so went through the process. It was only 2 auditions. It was the initial and then the screen test. And I had worked with Ryan and Ian and Brad, who created the show. I worked with them on Glee, so I walked into the screen test knowing who they were, feeling really like comfortable knowing them, and I just was a wreck. I was so nervous, and then found out I got it. And it was like the best day ever. And I got to work with my best friend Ben Platt again, so that was really special. But yeah, it's an all-star cast, as you said, so walking in and that intimidating experience was just a lot easier, having these incredible humans around me like
I'm such
Theo.
a newbie.
So
I was like, so I live in Chicago, and a lot of my auditions are sending tapes in to New York or Los Angeles or Vancouver or wherever something is filming. And I got cast really quickly and kind of last minute. And I was like, I sent a tape in on a Thursday, and by the next Monday, somehow I had gotten an offer.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really fast. It was like sending a tape in, and they were like, they're gonna give you a screen test, but they're not gonna do it in person. They're just gonna screen test your tape. And then my agents were like, we don't know what happened, but you have an offer, and you have to be in Los Angeles in 72 hours.
You must have been shocked, but
I was
also
shocked.
elated.
I was elated and I was shocked. It was kind of like, it was learning like over the weekend, hey, maybe maybe your whole life is going to change, but maybe not. And then it happening quicker than I anticipated. And then everything was just like 100 miles an hour. It was like, go to Los Angeles. I got off the plane and I went into a costume fitting. I like had to quit my job. I worked at a coffee shop. It was like,
Oh,
I mean,
no.
that's the crazy thing about being an actor, is that you could be waiting tables one day
Yeah.
and then in 3 days later be starring on a television show.
Yeah.
And have to
And you've
Right, it's
literally
just like-
uplifting your whole life,
And-
uprooting your whole self and going to a new city.
yeah. And it was
Yeah.
just like, when all of this was happening so fast, I was like, well, you're going to say yes? Or you're going to say no? And I was like, yes,
This
we're
is
going
what
to
you
do
wanna
this.
do.
And this is what I want to do. And it's scary and it's new, but like, it's what I want.
Well, I'm so excited for you both. I want to play a little
Thank
game.
you.
It's called 5 and 5.
Okay.
And it's really simple. It's really fun. And since this is called The Politician, we're going to keep it light, though. We're not going to get crazy, okay? We're not going to get
Yay.
crazy here. So let's start with you, Laura. Biggest influence in your life and why?
probably my mother. I feel like that's such like a...
Your mom's cool.
No, my mom's the best, and she's just like her ability to like see humor in the world and like the life around her is really special, and just the ability to laugh at yourself and in situations is really important to me.
As a mother, I know mom's going to be like, yes, when she sees this. Okay. So, Theo,
Yes.
number 4, if you ever ran for office, what would you run for?
What would I run for? As in, like, what
Like
would my platform be?
Yeah, what would you want? Would you want to be president? Would you want to be
Oh,
mayor?
got you.
Would you want to be
I've actually thought about that a lot. And
Really?
and I think I would probably want to start off I live in Chicago, and if I really was going to do something, I would probably want to do something local, like get into city council or
like
become, representative of a neighborhood or something like that.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
People always talk about like
Yeah, I would
the
start
national
small.
national elections, but at the end of the day, it's all of our local politicians that make the
Yes.
decisions for our everyday lives.
I also grew up in a really, really small red community in the middle of Illinois, and so I would probably be interested in going back and trying to like educate people and like help them see how certain people in office are not helping them really.
And that's another show. But now we're going to move to question 3. Okay, Laura. JFK or Obama, and why?
Oh, Obama. I mean, I love JFK, but I think Obama is just the best. And I'm reading Becoming right now, so
Oh, good.
yeah, it's just, I don't know. I think he's probably the most empathetic president we've had. And I don't know, I've been realizing now, looking back, he's just going to be a better and better president the more time we have.
A lot
to
of us are
realize.
realizing more
Yeah.
now.
Yep.
And then let's go to number 2, Theo. Politician you'd want to meet. Take a picture with, a little selfie, or just spend some time with.
Oh God. Probably Obama or Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter
Wow.
is. I just was like on Twitter yesterday, and he like there was this image of him, and he was like working in a soup kitchen, or he was doing some sort of like
He's always
habitat. He's always
doing
like
that kind of
he's
thing,
he's
right?
like someone that when we started working on the show last year, I was like, what politicians do I really admire? And it seems like he's somebody who, like, after his presidency has really just committed his life to doing a whole bunch of good, and I really admire that. And he's someone who I feel like is not doing it for anything besides just trying to help people.
He's a good man.
Yeah.
A quick fun fact, he actually put solar panels on the White House, and
Yeah.
the next president came in and took them down.
I remember reading that. Yeah, that
Exactly.
was yep.
Yeah.
BS.
But
Yeah.
hopefully we'll put him back
Mhm.
up. That'd be
Right?
nice. And then the final question is for both of you. For president, is it Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, or Kanye?
I picked Kendrick.
Yeah, I was going to say Kendrick.
Yeah, Kendrick. Yeah.
Kendrick for president.
Yep.
All right, the politician. Theo and Laura, thank you. Thank you guys so much.